Hello, Gemini. I hope you're doing well today. I'm going to have you take a deep breath with me. And in. And out. Thank you. I'm going to take a card, well, past, present, and future cards from the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. So let's see what we have for you today. All right. Okay. Five of Swords in the reverse position. There may have been a lot of arguing, maybe in a loving situation. There's the Ten of Cups in the reverse position. A lot of arguing, a lot of really harsh words that were said to the extent of like cutting people out. But it feels as though there may be some regrets of how things were said, how things were left. Yep, this is literally confirmation of that. There are regrets. Something was done in a manner that there are regrets, especially with this Ten of Cups in the reverse. So there may be somebody made a decision when they were trying to follow their intuition. Somebody made a decision based off of this, like, I just got codependent love. I'm not gonna harp too much about these two, but there's a lot of codependency, a lot of like being incapable of doing anything to be self-sufficient, but also being full of love. And with this, going back with this Ten of Cups in the reverse and then the Lovers in the reverse, somebody, it's like somebody was really unhappy in whatever loving situation they were in. It's like I'm just getting somebody settled. Somebody settled for something that really wasn't there to bring them emotional fulfillment. That it's like something was missing. And it may be that they were full of fear for some reason. There's some sort of fears that somebody made up. But because somebody was not satisfied, not emotionally fulfilled, they made a regretful decision. There may have been a pick between two. There may have been, like, you know, stay or go, two people. And they do not like the decision that they made. With this, there's the Chariot in the reverse on the bottom of the deck, and then there's the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse right here. So it's like everything is gone stagnant. Everything is gone, like, halted because of whatever this initial cut off, like, this is like, it's in this specific scenario, it does feel very cruel. Often the cutting words of the Five of Swords is already very, very harsh. It's, you know, cutting ties, but in this case, it's like you may have just gone too far. And there's a lot of stagnancy here. There's fear and just like regret in a decision that was made. But then you have in your present energy this Ace of Pentacles. So somebody you or somebody else may be offering some sort of stable, an offering of stability, an offering of abundance, and like, will you work with me? Will you go into this next, I'm seeing right down here, and this is reminding me of the World card, and this entryway into a next area of the garden kind of thing. And it's almost getting like, will you trust me enough to walk with this Ace of Pentacles into the next section of life? That's what I'm gathering from that. And I'm gonna put these back in here. I also got the devil. I just saw the devil in the reverse. So there may be something that you are trying your best to cut ties with in general. The Six of Wands. Okay, this wanted to pop back out. So this is important. Yeah, there is some sort of there's some sort of thing that maybe you felt like you really needed to protect yourself. And protect your investments. And so there may have been, and your passion projects and all, yeah. And yeah, there's just something that somebody, or, you know, there was a conversation of some sort that was really cutting. Okay. And there's just a lot of like defensiveness and needing to protect oneself, and then regret. Okay. Can you tell me about the future, please? The future with the Four of Wands in the reverse is almost like the need to work on your self-confidence, work on the loving yourself. Like if I'm getting the if you the Four of Wands in the reverse in this situation really is giving off the energy of you're going to a party and you think that the party is going to be really not fun if you're there. Like the way that you feel about yourself, you're reflecting it into or projecting it into how the party will go. And because you don't feel good about yourself, have self-confidence or love for yourself, it's almost like you're projecting that nobody else at the party will have love for you either. And so that's already assuming that it's not going to be a good party if you're there, or parts of it won't be good when you're there. And so this is an encouragement of spend time to boost your confidence, do things that, like, you know what, no, if they invited me, it's because they desire me to be there. If they want me to be there, it's because they love me. And that's already showing that I am worthy of love. And why don't I see that? Is that something, how can I change my idea of worth and what is what and who and, you know, is worth love, because I am worthy of love. They show it. So, you know, how can I get to a point where I can also perceive myself as being worthy? I mean, Gemini energy just showed up, Virgo energy, as well as Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. And it's really like you have all of the tools that you need in order to create the life that you want. You just might not have the direction that you desire. You might feel a little bit more codependent right now, and lacking the creative passion that you may need in order to magically transform how you perceive yourself. There's this Nine of Cups on the bottom. There's like a need to transform and a stagnancy. Like you won't move forward until you're able to see the beautiful things within yourself without needing to hear other people say it first. And there's an amount of stagnancy that will continue to occur if you're incapable of pursuing that kind of internal transformation. It's a really essential, beautiful kind of transformation, but it's like, it's hard work. And you needing to identify also this High Priestess. Again, this High Priestess has shown up in every single reading I've done today, and this is the first time she's in the upright position. So I feel it's like you may know a lot of these things. You may be in touch with a lot of these things that I'm saying. the needs to concentrate on yourself a little bit more, give yourself a little extra TLC, but like genuinely so, you know, like actually things that will be beneficial for your internal growth. Just continue to follow. That's funny. And it flipped out to the 10 of Cups. In the reverse. Yeah. You have all of the capabilities to achieve the life that you desire, but there needs to be a coming to a point where you choose to make the efforts, follow your intuition into rediscovering, reclaiming everything that makes you the beautiful you that you are. And everything that pushes you towards that true emotional fulfillment, and not that placement where you are choosing to settle because there's something missing inside. And until there's a shift in whatever is missing inside, 11:44 on the clock, it's going to be hard to move forward. There's going to be a lot of stagnancy. There's going to be a lot of repeating of patterns. But your intuition will not guide you wrong. Take what's yours and leave the rest behind. Yeah, and the last one, just order. Order and potentially tradition may serve you well. Finding a new order, finding somebody that you trust that has a lot of guidance to offer may serve you very well. All right. And I'm just going to take a card or two from the When My Soul Whispered Oracle deck, and we'll see what we have for you today. Macrocosm. And two more. Boundaries. And expectation. Macrocosm. Because I skipped over it. 1 second. Macrocosm. The universe is not made up of atoms. It's made up of tiny stories. Gaze up into the sky on a clear night and you will see millions of stars. A million galaxies spanning farther than your imagination could ever take you. Consider the possibility that somewhere among this great expanse there's another person much like yourself looking out with the same questions, the same worries, and the same wonders. It is important to always have perspective of your place in this cosmos. While things in your own reality may seem huge, realize that in the grand scheme of things, your worries are simply a drop in the ocean. Remember that on this journey you are never alone. There will always be someone who has trodden this path before you. Keep an eye out for those markers along your journey, those familiar things that help you to remember that despite how lonely the road may feel, many have forged the same path ahead of you. Tomorrow, the universe will awaken anew, and with it the promise of possibility for what is to come, for you all, for you and for all. When I allow myself to look beyond the present, I am able to see the world with a new perspective. Macrocosm. Boundaries. Have a heart soft enough to give love and mercy, but that is wise enough to know boundaries. While physical boundaries serve to protect from predators and ensure survival, personal boundaries are equally necessary to maintain your well-being and sense of self. Many people struggle to exercise their personal parameters, finding it hard to say no when something is asked of them. Difficulties arise when you conform to situations that are not in alignment with your highest good, resulting in a state of resentment. When you clearly define the parameters around what is acceptable, you provide measured guidelines for those around you to understand and respect your limitations. Remember that others have boundaries of their own that may infringe on your personal margins. In order to coexist, it is important to create clarity between yourself and others and communicate your boundaries. My sacred words. I exercise my personal boundaries with love. Among the smallest of all bird species, the hummingbird does not hesitate to protect its territory when necessary, reminding you of the importance of exercising your own personal boundaries. And your last one is expectation. The greatest danger for most of us is not that our aim is too high and we miss it, but it is too low and we reach it. Expectation can both be a blessing and a burden. It can bring you to the point of jubilant excitement, and in the same breath put you under such immense pressure that you are rendered unable to function. The origin of expectations that are set upon you may be varied. A desire to succeed in pleasing, or your own self-expectations. Either way, the pressure to do or to be or achieve can be immense. Know that no matter the pressure that is put on you, it is important that you never feel that you must continue if you find that you are experiencing negative consequences as a result of your efforts. Only proceed if it feels right, and when you are comfortable. It is far more important to do what is right for your own well-being than endure the anguish from failing to meet an expectation. Be genuine in all that you do. Operate from an open heart and never doubt your intuition as it guides you towards what is right for you. I fill my own bucket first, thus allowing me to help others fill theirs. It is the responsibility of the lioness to source and provide food for her pride. The lioness serves to remind you to not fall victim to the expectations of others, and in the process of looking after your pride, ensure that your own expectations are also being met. Expectations. Take what's yours and leave the rest behind. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye.